Hi y'all. Hi everybody. It's Kimberly here. Today I'm going to do my fourth part in my Biggest Fears series. And this one is going to be about being paralyzed. I have a really bad fear of that. And being a quadriplegic, I think, is probably one of my biggest fears in life. I've always been so active. I've always been in all kinds of activities. I used to run, swim, ride my bike, martial arts, any kind of sport. I've always been super active, and so to lose the use of my legs or my arms, to not be able to, there's an old man dragging a trash can right next to me. I don't know if y'all saw him in the video. Just losing my capability to like brush my own hair or my own teeth or something like that. I've always had a huge fear of that, like being in a car wreck or having some kind of weird accident, a freak accident that would paralyze me. That's always been a huge fear. I think I mentally maybe could deal with being a paraplegic, where only like my legs are paralyzed. If I could use my hands, my arms, I think I could mentally be strong enough to be more positive about it. But people who have the strength to just go about their daily life like that, I admire them. It would be such a struggle. I think it would be very hard, and it's just something that I've always had a little bit of a fear of. And I guess because, when you wake up every morning, you just jump out of bed and you can just go and you can just do what you want. I would lose that feeling of just instantaneous, I think there has to be a lot of preparation, or, just, preparation, things that you have to do, if you're a paraplegic, even a quadriplegic, even a paraplegic, you still have, I guess it's a little bit, I don't want to say time consuming, that sounds insensitive, but just to get in your car, or to even going around town or doing things, even if you can drive, getting a parking space. And because I saw this one time, I saw a person that was a paraplegic, and she had the wheelchair in the back seat, and she parked her car, and she parked next to me, and she parked kind of a little bit far away, and she parked kind of like in the middle of the spaces, and I thought, what a stupid driver, And then I saw her getting her wheelchair. I was like, oh my God, I felt really bad instantly, horrible, for what I said. Or I said it to myself, I didn't say it to her at all. But, and I wasn't staring at her, but I was doing something in my purse or doing something, but I could kind of see out of the corner of my eye what she was doing. And, she struggled with it for several minutes, and I kind of was like, should I get out and help her? I don't know what to do, do I need to be, I don't want to take away her independence, and, just, oh, can I help you, So I kind of just let her struggle with it, and then she got it out, and then she just jumped right in the seat. She did it herself, so, I think I did the right thing by not, she was driving a car, she parked the car, and, I didn't want to overtake her, overstep boundaries, and one time I was on a college campus, and there was a person that was rolling down the pathway, and then there was this other little pathway, and it kind of had some broken, I guess, concrete or bricks, I can't remember what it was, and they were trying to go over it, and I thought this person was going to tip over. The front wheel kind of got nudged in between one of the bricks or concrete or something. And I was walking behind them, and then I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I help them? What do I do? I don't want to. And I could tell he was struggling with it, and I just went up and I said, are you stuck? Do you need help? I was like, I don't want to, like, you know, overstep, and he goes, no, that's fine. If you can just push me out. And so I kind of had to push him out from the back, and I was like, we just started talking a little bit, and I was saying, I didn't want to, make you feel not independent. I don't know how to say that. Not independent, I didn't want to take that away. And he goes, yeah, I respect that, So we kind of were on the same page with that. And then I just said, I just hate, if I were to walk by and you were stuck there and I didn't do anything, that would be like horrible, if I was just ignoring you, So that kind of is a dilemma, he said, for him. Sometimes he can do almost everything by himself, but there's every once in a while things happen, and sometimes people do ignore them, and people in wheelchairs, they might need a little bit of help, but the way he was describing it was like, it's better, just to kind of stand back and kind of see, because they like to do a lot of things on their own. The way he was describing it was, he was going to class and he was a student. He was very independent, very, he had a lot of friends and everything, and, I admire that, and to me, I just don't know if I would have the mindset to be that strong. I think I would. I want to say that I would. But that is kind of one of the biggest fears, and I think it also, I kind of have I have a sleep disorder, or I have sleep paralysis, and I can be paralyzed in my sleep, but I'll mentally be alert, or I'll start waking up, and I realize my body's paralyzed, and so I kind of have a little bit of, I guess that's where that fear comes from, I guess, and I think I've had that since I was a teenager. I had one incident, a really severe incident, when I was like in my early 20s, and I was sleeping on the couch, and a friend came over to wake me up. We were supposed to go somewhere, and she was pounding on my door, and it was already, like a set up arrangement, and I was laying on the couch, like probably like 4 feet from the front door, and I couldn't move my body, but she was yelling through the door, and she was pounding on the door, and I could see her through the glass in the door, and she was there for about 5 minutes, and I'm surprised she didn't like try to break the door down or something. But my head was reaching out, like I thought I was moving my head. I'm not sure if I was or not, and it lasted for about 10 minutes. Even after she left, I couldn't move. I was just completely paralyzed, not able to move. And then slowly I was able to kind of move, I think, around my arms or something. And that happens to me every once in a while. And I think I had a couple of incidents when I was a teenager, when I was living at home, but they were very mild. And I just kind of threw it off that it was low blood sugar, because we have diabetes, and my mom had severe hypoglycemia, and me and my sisters all have blood sugar issues. And we're not diabetic, but one of my sister's daughters is diabetic, and I had a cousin who's diabetic, and I think there's one other cousin, distant cousin, I can't remember if they're diabetic or not, but it runs in our family, and I just kind of threw it off on that, I didn't think anything of it, and I was real groggy, when I get out of one of those when I wake up from one of those incidents, I feel real groggy and weird and just very strange, and it takes a few minutes sometimes for me to even like walk straight and get my legs, I can't just jump up and go, sometimes when I have one of those incidents, it's just kind of brings me down for like probably a couple hours. I feel lethargic and weird. But I have one of my pit bulls he sleeps with me, and when I have an incident like that, he tries to rouse me out of it. He can kind of sense when it's coming on, because he starts to act weird, and I'll feel he'll wake me up in the middle of it. He'll sense it while I'm asleep and it's happening to me. and he'll like headbutt me. Pit bulls kind of have this, they have a little notoriety for headbutting. It's kind of a trait sometimes, and he does that. He'll hit me in the back, or a couple times he's hit me in the jaw pretty hard. But he's trying to wake me up, and then he licks my face and everything. He starts pawing at me, and he's a, I can't use that word on YouTube, I forgot, the V word. He's a sticky dog, and he like sticks to me all the time. He follows me around, goes everywhere with me. I don't think I've gone to the bathroom in 9 years by myself. That's how old he is. I think he's about 9.5 years old. But, so I kind of have this little bit of fear from that, because I do have, you know, these incidents, and it goes through my mind when I'm having these incidents. Is this going to go away? Am I going to be able to use my legs? Am I going to get up? And it can be real scary, you know, and especially when it lasts for 10 minutes. I think mostly they last from the time I wake up to the time where I can actually stand up and walk is usually 5 minutes or less, but there are several times that it's happened for about 10 minutes. So that kind of, I guess, plays on my fear of that, because I've had that experience. So that's probably one of my biggest fears of all, I think. Well, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all.